Hello, mathematics, live it, love it. Once again, we are back at our math session. Now, basing on to the previous topic, where we talked about curves. So today we are talking about curve sketching. When we refer to curve sketching, that means that we are going to consider the curve, how it behaves when it is put on the graph. That is curve sketching. But remember that when we are in curve sketching, we can either handle that one when the x values have been given, that is the range of x, or when the x values have not been given. So now let us have an example when the range of x is not given. We have this one. Sketch the curve y equals to x squared minus 2x minus 3. Don't forget that our mother quadratic equation is y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. But remember that the other time we said that when a is greater than 0, automatically that means that the curve opens upwards. Therefore, one of the points we have to consider, opening upwards. Opening upwards. Why? Why are we saying that it is opening upwards? Because this a is greater than 0. Here there is an invisible one. I hope it's okay. Then 2, let us have a look at what is this negative 3 standing for? We said that the C stands for the y-intercept. Therefore, y-intercept, 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 y-intercept C equals to negative 3 from here. Y-intercept C equals to negative 3. To remind you what the y-intercept is, that is the point along the y-axis where the curve cuts in. So now here we are. Then 2. Then even the other time, we talked about the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry, that's the line which divides the curve into two equal parts. Since it is opening upwards like this, it means that the line of symmetry has to be parallel. Parallel to the x-axis. Therefore, it's going to be an x line. Therefore, the intercept. Not the intercept, it is the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry. Line of symmetry is given as negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. Now, when it is negative b over 2a, this means that now we have to go back and ask ourselves, what's our b? Our b is negative 2. Therefore, carry the whole of it as it is. Here we have negative 2. Negative 2. It is this negative, again with this negative of which it has come over 2a. Our a is 1, therefore that is 2. A negative and a negative is a positive. Therefore here we have 1. What does this mean? This means that the x coordinate here is 1. Now if the x coordinate is 1, then that means that we have to ask ourselves, now what's going to be the turning point? When it opens upwards like this, it means that we say that down here, that is the minimum point. Now, if it's the minimum point, can we determine what the minimum point is? Now we are going to say that when x equals to 1, what does y equal to? What does y equal to? We are going to go back here. And we say that our y is going to be, where there is x, we are going to put there 1. We are going to put there 1. Therefore, 1 squared, we get 1. Minus 2 times 1, we get 2. Minus 3. Now what do we have? We have 1 minus 2, we have minus 1. Then minus 1 minus 3, we have minus 4. Therefore, y equals to minus 4. What does that mean? That one implies that now our minimum value, the lowest value of the curve, is going to be our minimum. Minimum is going to be x. Our minimum is going to be 1, negative 4. 1, negative 4. Then if it's 1, negative 4, then we have to ask ourselves that now we've got the y-intercept. Can we look for the x-intercept? The x-intercept. X-intercepts. How do we look for the x and the x-intercept? X-intercepts, those are the points at which the curve cuts the x-axis. Now, if the point at which the curve cuts the x-axis, it means that this one of ours has to be 0. So we shall go and say that our x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Why are we putting it to 0? Because the x-intercept, it is the point at which the curve cuts the x-axis. And by the time at which the curve cuts the x-axis, it means that y equals to 0. Now remember that we had this one, where we had x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Can't you remember that we can solve this one by factorization? If we solve by factorization, this one is going to be x, because this is negative 3, this is minus 3 into x plus 1 equals to 0. We look for 2 factors. When we multiply them, we get negative 3. When we add them, we get negative 2. Therefore, we have this one. Then this means that either x1 equals to this equals to this equals to 3, or x2 equals to negative 1. Therefore, the x-intercepts, it means that we are going to say our x-intercepts are going to be 3, 0, and then negative 1, 0. Those are our x-intercepts. The x-intercepts, it is y, when y is 0, when y is 0. Then after getting those ones, we had this one, it is opening upwards. We had this one, the y-intercept. Line of symmetry, we've got it. Line of symmetry has helped us to get the minimum point. Minimum point has been got. Therefore, the x-intercepts are here. So we transfer this one and we take it to the graph. Now let us come to our graph. Don't forget, we have to communicate that sketch curve for y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now we draw our curve, we draw our graph as it has been drawn. Don't forget to label the axes. When you don't label the axes, you are losing scores. Therefore, this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Now we have the intervals of 2. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6. Then we have negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 2, negative 4. So now let us begin off. 1, it is opening upwards. This one will be seen when we sketch it. Then 2, the intercept. The intercept is negative 3. Where is our negative 3? Our negative 3 is here. A simple cross with that one, with a circle. Then after that, we have the minimum value. The minimum value is 1, negative 4. Where is 1? 1 is here. Where is negative 4? Negative 4 is here. So we have this. I hope we are moving, okay? Good. Therefore, next we have the x-intercept. The x-intercepts, we are having 3, 0. Where is 3, 0? 3, 0, this is 2, this is 4. Therefore, 3, 0 is here. Is it okay? Then after that we have negative 1, 0. Where is negative 1, 0? Negative 1, 0 is here. What does that mean? It means that now we are going to draw our curve. And when we are drawing a curve, don't forget, we don't use a ruler, we use the free hand. Therefore, we are going to have this, we can extend it, and we have this, it comes, it comes, it comes, it comes. Have you seen me? Comes. Then we have this. That is the curve we have. Then after that, we have to say that we have sketched that curve. What has enabled us to get these ones? 1, we had to look at where is it opening? Is it upwards or downwards? When it is greater than 0, it opens upwards. It is a T, it is opening upwards. Then 2, we have to look at the y-intercept. Y-intercept is determined from here. It is negative 3. It is cutting the y-axis at negative 3, which is good. Then line of symmetry is negative b over 2a. When we substitute in here, we are getting this. Therefore, it is the x line, which is 1. Now, to get the minimum value, we substitute in the value of x in our equation. We had this one, therefore the minimum point is 1, negative 4, which is okay. Then the x-intercept is okay. And when we do this, we shall say that we have done it. Therefore, my dear learners, I'm going to give you a number and you try that one. But don't forget that whenever you happen to try a number, you are adding on the skills you have. Because if at all you are running away from trying, then you are also running away from learning. Excuse me. Now sketch. Sketch the curve. Sketch the curve. Y equals x squared, wow, minus 4x minus 3. We have x squared minus 4x minus 3. That is the number I need you to try. But don't forget that mistakes are part of learning. The more mistakes you make, the more you are learning. Thank you. You subscribe, like it, let us meet. Good.